it's right for David Nish. And just right for Lloyd. Away by Smith. Kellard out to Brown. Lindsay going up to pursue him. Nish. And that was Fern's shot, it's gone in, deflected. Fern's shot deflected off somebody, completely beating Clements, giving him no chance at all. Goal out of the blue. Bobby Kellard there applauding. So we're off with Liverpool really pegged back after 25 minutes of almost non-stop attack by a very unlucky goal. Lawler to Callaghan. Thompson. Callaghan. Toshak. Lawler. Highway! And the identical goal! Absolutely identical goal. Off cross. Lindsay with the throw in. Highway putting it on beautifully for Keegan. And Keegan's just touched it on. And he's got it back, but it doesn't reach Toshak. But that was a lovely move by Liverpool. Samuels, Nish. With keeping it in play, two Liverpool players converging on it, Lindsay and Highway. Farrington. Thurn. Samuels. Samuels trying a shot, and what a superb save by Clements. Nish to take Leicester's second corner. Away by Smith to Keegan. Keegan always looking to use the ball constructively. Highway to Thompson. And Keegan, who started it with his head, finishes it off with a little bit of shirt pulling. Referee lets play go on. Or does he? No, he's given the free kick. Lloyd, Sjoberg for Whitworth. Fern getting it to Brown, Samuels. Fern, good interception by Smith. Thompson. Keegan. Glover for Leicester. Samuels beats Callaghan and the referee, gets it out to Farrington. Samuels again. Wallace cutting it out for Thompson. And Highway now with all the gallop down the right. Coming infield, Keegan with him, Toshak over on the left. And there's Toshak. Pulled across hard and cut out by Sjoberg, and just as well too, because Keegan was at the back of the box. Highway collecting the ball for the corner. Toshak, the only man in the 8-yard area. Toshak's head, and in the net for Keegan. What a player this is. David Nish had his leg popped to kick that off the line, and in came Keegan. Got his studs hooked in the net. We'll see it again. There's the corner from Highway, there's the header, and in comes Keegan. And that roar as we're back live is to welcome him as he returns to the centre circle. His 5th game in the First Division, his 3rd goal. Then to Liverpool. Kellard. Smith. Sjoberg's clearance. Lloyd. Cross, and Clemens has lost it! A very easy goal for Farrington, and Clemens holds his head in absolute anguish. There was no danger whatsoever there. We'll see it again. I don't suppose that Ray Clemens will want to watch it again. There's the cross, no danger, he doesn't know where it is, and Farrington bangs it in. 2-2. Glover going to cut off the pass back to Clements, so Lloyd plays it up the line to Lindsay. Keegan, a rather quieter second half. Highway. Emlyn Hughes, transfers right foot, and Tushak save! What a magnificent goal! Here it comes again. It looks as though the chance is wasted, but it comes to Hughes. I reckon that's meant for a shot, but look at the way Toshak throws himself and gets a bullet header that gave Shilton no chance at all. Steve Highway to Callaghan. Chance for a shot. Maguire. Carr. Catley. Hunt. Lee Carr again. Graham. Nobody in the middle. Good break by Graham, but there was nobody there to capitalise. Carr was coming in. So plenty of men forward now, including Jeff Blockley, the number 5. It's played back to Catlin. And that was Hunt's header against the post. Touched by the fingertips of Ray Clements. But the marking was not tight then. Liverpool, a lot of men back, but not all of them taking responsibility for individual forwards. Carr's corner is a good one again, and Blockley got ahead to it. And from the way Clements is placing the ball, and from the signal given by the linesman, it looks as though he penalised Blockley, presumably for riding on someone's shoulders as he went up for the header. So 20 minutes of this game gone without a goal, but a bit more life and promise in it lately as Keegan comes in, number 1! Kevin Keegan made that look a lot easier than it was. It was a big sprint for him, just watches the long ball comes through, and he's got a big run with a man coming in on him, and he made no mistake at all. Toshak's clearance, and well controlled it was too, and it allows Callaghan to play a beautiful ball out to Hall. He's got to come inside or play it back for Lawler. Lawler has now gone through. Beautiful play, beautiful. Oh, that was lovely football by Chris Lawler and by Brian Hall and by Callaghan. Toshak being held down by Blockley. The little arm hooked over his shoulder. Smith for Callaghan, and an extraordinary save by Glazier. Half with his body, half with his forearms. It wasn't really a punch. Chris Catlin to take the free kick. For Blockley's head. Stuck in the mud, and Lawler had to scoop it away. Played back to Maguire. Machin, nicely angled ball for Mortimer. That's off for a corner. Only the third corner that Coventry have had. Just coming into that picture is the looming figure of Jeff Blockley. The 3 there is Ernie Machin. 9 is Machin, 3 is Ernie Hunt. Carr jumping and touched in by Hunt. The equaliser from Ernie Hunt, like a bolt from the blue for Liverpool. They really are not accustomed to giving away goals like that. Smith. Blockley. Highway for Keegan. Toshak is free in the middle, and that'll be a penalty. Mr. Hackney won't hear of the protest. It was a very clear penalty. Blockley can only be trying to suggest that Keegan took a dive. But Tommy Smith, who has scored from 4 penalties this season, now takes what is probably the most important of them all. Breath held collectively in the massed ranks of the Kop. And there it is. Glazier sent the wrong way. Three-quarters of the game gone. Tommy Smith, the scorer, his 6th goal of the season. Got away by Smith. Callaghan. Keegan letting a run on for Toshak. It's in, and it's allowed. Nothing now will stop Liverpool from taking over the leadership, at least for a couple of hours. Callaghan with this ball, and there's a beautiful little deception there by Keegan that sets it up for Toshak. He finds the corner. That's his 10th goal of the season. Good turn and a good cross. Cormac. Hunter delaying his clearance. Thompson's shot. Toshak. Beaten away. Keegan. The pressure paid in the end. Liverpool just battering away, and finally Ipswich fall. The shot by Thompson, half blocked. The cross pushed out by Best and knocked back in by Keegan's diving header for his 4th goal of the season. Hunter, Thompson, Highway, Callaghan, Cormac for Keegan, good shot against the post. Best knew nothing of that. Liverpool showing more zest in this opening quarter of an hour than in many matches this season. Hunter didn't make proper connection with that header. Mills. Late tackle by Highway. Hammond. Neat bit of play by Keegan, and Hammond obstructs him. Highway. Good cross for Keegan's head again. That really was a brilliant goal. Just watch as Highway breaks. He teases Hammond, but as the cross comes over, Keegan brave, getting the angle right as the defender comes in. Superb second goal for Keegan. Lloyd. Morris touching it out to Miller. Mills. Miller charged late by Callaghan. Acknowledges his error. Callaghan retreating 10 yards, Morris to take the free kick. Johnson on a run across the box, taking men out, and there's Johnson in! Beautiful header from David Johnson. 2-1, and Johnson gets a goal where he would probably most like to get one. Back on Merseyside. Morris's free kick. It's Wymark on the decoy run, and Johnson gets the header. Lindsay's cross. Toshak's header, caught by Best. Miller. Morris to Mills. Callaghan. Lawler. Emlyn Hughes. Miller to Morris. Morris to take the Ipswich free kick. Beattie has gone forward. That's aimed for his head. Hughes beat him to it, gets a second chance, and Thompson blocks it for Cormac. Highway outside him, Keegan in the middle, Toshak wide on the right. Highway has shown he can beat Hammond, and what there? Well, it's given outside the box. Cormac points to a spot about 2 yards inside. Mr. Baldwin to a spot about 2 inches outside. For my money, I would have said it was a foot inside. So Keegan running over it, Lindsay's chip, Toshak, and it's there! Peter Cormack gets number 3, and that's rough justice. The cross from Lindsay, Toshak was unmarked, and Cormack got a very good volley, and that's 3-1. Lloyd, Morris, Mills, Biljon, Beattie, Mills again, Miller, charged down by Thompson, Beattie, good cross. Good header too! Beautiful goal by Hamilton! Really fine goal! Well, we've seen some heading in this match. Starts with Beattie's cross, makes some space for himself, hits a hard cross, and that was a very deliberate header by Hamilton from a difficult angle, high up in the corner. Thompson. Callaghan. Cormack and Keegan confusing each other then. Now Highway. No penalty. 3 times Liverpool have been denied, and now they are persuading Mr. Baldwin to go and consult the linesman. Given the penalty, so the 3rd time Liverpool's appeal is successful. Hammond, who's had a tormented afternoon trying to cope with Steve Highway. Mr. Baldwin, meanwhile, restoring a bit of order in the penalty area. Best bewildered. The linesman may well have seen something that I didn't see, but I would have thought that that was the least meritorious of the 3 claims that Liverpool have had. But Kevin Keegan on a hat-trick here. Woof! Kevin Keegan's 3rd goal of the game makes Ipswich safe, 4-2 in front. 2.5 minutes over the top, and there are 2 ways of taking penalties, and this is the power one. Francis finding Page. Gary Jones, now Kendall. Jones looking for Keegan. Gallagher finds Kendall. Offside against Burns? No, says the linesman, and that rebounds off Burns, and Burns has an empty net if he can turn it, and it's gone in! There was no flag from the linesman, and Mr. Morrissey is pointing to the middle. Now, it certainly looked as though that must have been a hairline decision as Burns went scampering through there. Clements came out of the goal, out of the area in fact, and although he blocked the ball, it rebounded off Burns, and Burns chased it and did very well to squeeze it in by the post.
Please come down.
Hibbett. Toshak was cutting off the route of the back pass to the goalkeeper. It was France's jump, and here's Connolly. Kendall. Gary Jones. Page just behind him. Joey Jones got in for the tackle, and there's a confrontation between the Joneses. Mr. Morrissey comes to break it up, but let's play go on, not wanting to penalise Liverpool in possession. Keegan. Toshak was pushed over, and it's a penalty. Gallagher suggesting that it was a dive, but Mr. Morrissey didn't hesitate. Toshak, eyes on the ball as it came over, suddenly flat on his face, and Mr. Morrissey says, no argument, that's a penalty. Phil Neal, who has scored 5 times from the spot this season, aiming now to make it 6 and put Liverpool back on terms. Dave Latchford, feet firmly planted on the line. Some words from Mr. Morrissey, and now it's up to Neal. And he's done it! 1-1. Phil Neal, calm, precise and accurate with the penalty. Back to Highway, chance to cross, changes his mind and goes at Page, and the outcome is another corner. Over this time to the near post for Toshak, not properly cleared, charged down by Kennedy. Case is in there, Kendall is there, and Burns it is who brings it out. It hits Joey Jones, now it's Page, and now it's Keegan. Toshak, Page, and Latchford coming to tidy up, but I think the referee is sending them back for an infringement down by the byline. So another Liverpool free kick anyway. Linesman coming to move the 2-man wall back, and the ball played to Highway, who hits it well, and Toshak's head deflects it brilliantly. Superb free kick move. The ball just played back for Highway. Highway's shot was on target, but if anybody had a chance of saving it, it disappeared with that lovely little subtle deflection by John Toshak. Kennedy, Hibbett, Page back to him. Clements, positive shout. Now Toshak. Highway. Case is free on the right and a well-judged run. And good save by the keeper, and Kendall puts it out. Birmingham completely exposed in the left-back position. Case timed his run. Highway put the pass very precisely for him. Case's shot just touched away with a good save by Latchford. Neal. Thompson. Case. Highway. Callaghan to Highway. Callaghan again. Non-stop runner. And Callaghan's cross met by Kennedy against the bar. Kennedy again. And Keegan couldn't quite meet it. Very bad luck for Ray Kennedy. Met the centre with a perfect header. And when it came skimming back off Latchford's crossbar, the second header went across goal towards Keegan. Goalkeeper arrived too, and it beat them both, and it's a goal kick. Keegan. Callaghan to Joey Jones. Case, nice flick back header. Kendall, Case, Gary Jones, and it's Gary Jones who wins for Francis, who's looked a bit more lively in this second half, And he's now trying to put Burns through. And Burns is capable of doing it too, but he just caught it on his toe and the ball ran away from him. Disappointment there for Kenny Burns. Ian Callaghan for Liverpool. Toshak ahead of him, Keegan in the middle. Neil up in support. Callaghan. Full-backs, midfield men, front men, all link up so well, support each other so well. And now Keegan chasing this one from Rathbone. Toshak! Well, they don't come much luckier than that. I don't really think that was what Kevin Keegan meant. It's put in well, found him well, but that grin from Kevin Keegan says quite a lot. I think he was going for goal himself, and it ran across to John Toshak, and from there it was easy for the big Welshman to get his 11th goal of the season. Francis, Styles, Callaghan, Case, and then Callaghan for Keegan, who is onside. Highway, number 4! Beautifully done that time. All starting when Callaghan won a ball well, weighted it beautifully for Case, and from there on it built up through Kevin Keegan to Steve Highway, and Highway's shot was a peach. Goal number 10 for him. Here's Woods. It's a good one too. Clements was a bit exposed there, met it well with his fists. Walk. Touch back heel, and a header which Clements is glad to turn onto the bar. And it was turned back in. A back heel from Roberts, a header from Mariner, and Clements was in a bit of trouble. Keegan. Mills following him out, and Talbot coming too. He's beaten one, but he couldn't beat the second, but he has got the corner. Again, it's the Case Highway double act. Case 8, Highway 9. And the linesman saying, get on with it. Johnson jumped well then. And that's a header through from Neil for McDermott. Good save, and it's cleared by Mariner, but only as far as Case. Roberts got a toe to it. Woods under pressure from McDermott. And Woods still can't dribble his way up. McDermott's won it from him, and it's all terribly tight in that corner, and the decision is a goal kick. But Liverpool did well there. The nod through from Phil Neal made a clear opportunity for McDermott, and the shot was only half touched away by Cooper. McDermott finds Case. Mills reacts angrily when a free kick is given against him. One understands the tension and the frustrations of the players, but they don't help when they react like that, and their emotions are shown to the crowd. A header away by Roberts, but it's not firmly away. Smith is there, half blocked by Talbot. Highway now, and a foul on him by Mills. Allowed to go on. Case's shot is blocked by Burley. Cleared by Osborne, and Highway is down. He was fouled certainly by Mills, but maybe Mr. Willis, who was on the far side of the penalty area, was unsighted, but he's got to get a grip on this game. And that was a foul by Keegan on Cooper. They're now trying to attract the referee's attention to Highway. Ronnie Moran is on the field again. He's been on the field almost as much as anybody. And a stretcher is coming on now. And the linesman has come across to talk to Mr. Willis. looks like the end of this game for Steve Highway. It's difficult to say how long there is to go. We are past 45 minutes since kick-off, but we've had more than 10 minutes in which the game has been held up. And David Fairclough will now join the game. And the referee still hasn't seen Fairclough. One might have expected him to be a little bit aware of the possibility of Liverpool wanting to bring on a substitute. And now he's acknowledged Fairclough, but has told him to wait. Well, he's come on, but I thought the referee motioned to him to stay off. Case. And now Fairclough. And the referee is going to stop the game, and I think he's going to tell Fairclough to go off. And he's going to book him. Well, that really is extraordinary. That really is an extraordinary decision. I really feel that the referee has shown a complete lack of awareness. Having seen Highway go off on a stretcher, surely Liverpool are entitled to expect that the referee will be looking around to see if a substitute is going to come on. Kennedy, Osborne, Walk, Hughes. Keegan turning away from Hunter. Fairclough on that favourite side of his. Coming in now for the left foot. And he hit the bar! It's come for Keegan. Couldn't take it in turn. But that's where Davy Fairclough is so often dangerous. On that side, at that end, he cuts in from the byline. He sets it up for the left foot. And there it went again. Boom. Burley now for Ipswich. Wymark. Stopped, but still the ball with Ipswich, but Smith is in again. And that's Tommy Smith at his best. Case. Case wondered about a shot, the ball bobbled, he may still get a chance. Plays it across, Kennedy with a chance to shoot and score! A bit of a question mark about the goalkeeper's positioning, but Case seemed as though he was looking for the shot himself. He tried a couple of times, but when the angle wouldn't open for him, he played the cross, and Kennedy had time to control the ball and place the shot underneath Cooper and inside the far post. Keegan and Johnson getting in before Hunter. Kennedy. Johnson again, with room now for a cross. Towards Keegan's head and meeting it. What a lovely goal! When Johnson took the second pass, he had time to measure the cross, and Keegan had found 2 yards space away from Mills, and he judged the header to perfection. Johnson making life difficult. Woods, been a real trier, Clive Woods. A lot of the time the Liverpool defence has not allowed him the space to play accurate crosses. It was another good example of how the defenders get so tight on the forwards these days. Hughes it was who got in the way of the cross. 5 minutes to go. Woods takes the corner. He's got away by Smith. Walk will try and turn it back. He does so well, and Hughes clears. And that looked like handball, penalty. Kennedy it was who handled it. Ball came across. I think he was worried that Clemens wouldn't get it, and I think he was probably correct. Reached up a hand, clawed it down. Clear penalty. They've lost the spot. Sandy mud there. they're all agreed about where it should be. I somehow suspect that the way John Wark hits the ball, an inch or two one way or the other, will not make much difference, even to a goalkeeper as good as Ray Clements. Precisely so. Case. Miss hit, but it's found Dalglish and he turns and scores! I suspect that was mishit by Jimmy Case, but it couldn't have been mishit to a better player than Kenny Dalglish. Brilliant on the turn, round Perryman and in under Danes. 10 minutes gone, 1-0 to Liverpool, and Dalglish has got his 5th goal of the season. Naylor. Duncan, Taylor, Villiers, and Duncan waiting for the cross. Ray Kennedy's tackle, but Villiers retains possession. Hoddle. Duncan goes up with Hughes. Pull back for Ardiles, over. Ardiles leaning back, reaching for the shot a bit, and unable to keep it down. Case. McDermott. Several times so far, Liverpool have tried these hard, low crosses into the box. No profit from them yet, but they can be very difficult to deal with. McDermott put in by Highway. And the chest down by Perryman dropped nicely for Dalglish, and now Kennedy. And Souness, can he turn on it? Pulled it back for Case. Dalglish! They've done it again. After that ball had pinged around, it was played back to Case, and I'm sure that his shot was mishit, but it came nicely to Dalglish, and he deflected it past Dane's. Case. Dalglish. Souness and Dalglish again. Johnson. Just not quite hard enough. McDermott. Kennedy at the far post, and in it goes. Not sure who's claiming that. I think it may have been an own goal off Lacey. Kennedy getting the congratulations of his teammates, but the 3rd goal it is. Kennedy up well, and bingo number 3. 3-0 before the half hour, and Liverpool so dominant going forward. It seems really to be simply a question of how many they'll score, but they do look a little bit fragile themselves at the back occasionally. There's a high foot there and an indirect free kick for Tottenham Hotspur. Everybody back. Clements is a bit worried about whether he can get a clear view of this. Hoddle standing over the ball, he rolls it for Taylor, and now Lacey, blocked by Souness, off the line by Ray Kennedy, and the danger passes. Lacey's shot, blocked by Souness, then Clements got a hand to it, and Ray Kennedy completed the clearance. Didn't find his man as he played the pass one way, Duncan went the other. Here's Johnson to Alan Kennedy. Dalglish running left, Johnson in the middle. Alan Kennedy going for goal. Shot saved by Danes with his legs, but that was a good run by Alan Kennedy. But the field just opened in front of him, and it got easier rather than harder the nearer goal he got. In the end, it needed some heroics from Danes to keep him out. Hoddle, harassed by Dalglish. And Duncan's header comfortably picked out by Clements. Dalglish with a lot of room now, and he's beaten Perryman, and can he get the hat-trick on the stroke of half-time? Sets it up for Kennedy, and it looked like number 4. Every time Liverpool go forward, it seems as though there's a goal in the making. Case to Souness and back. Johnson on for McDermott. Ray Kennedy in the middle, the ball with Dalglish, and now Johnson, Souness, Dalglish did well to turn on the shot. Johnson, 4-0. Well, the defence just fell apart again. Dalglish did well to turn on the shot. Danes had been pulled out of goal, managed to block it, but credit to Johnson for the efficiency of his finishing when the ball came out to him from 10 yards, like an arrow along the ground. Dermott to Souness, Dalglish, Souness beautifully on his chest, and then a good shot, fisted away by Danes when it looked all over a goal. Souness, such skill there, beautifully taken on his chest, and the mark of the class player, the deliberation with which he picked off the shot and really tested Danes. Peter Taylor with just Velia to support him at the moment, and Case robbed him as clean as a whistle. And now here's Dalglish put away by Ray Kennedy. Dalglish for Johnson, number 5. Parting the waters whenever Liverpool go through the middle there. Just slipped through to David Johnson, and his second goal of the game seemed to go between Danes' legs. McDermott. Almost non-existent now, and Spurs apparently completely demoralised. McNabb. And here's Duncan with Kennedy, with Clements coming right out and handling the ball 10 yards outside his area. By Velia to Lacey, and Lacey just wastes it with a chip across. Taylor tries to bang it back in. Taylor gets another chance, and Clement says thank you very much. Highway to Souness. Chip in for Alan Kennedy, gets a second chance and pulls it across for Johnson. Off the line brilliantly by Duncan, as Johnson was already celebrating his hat-trick. Brilliant clearance by Duncan. Now Highway, can he get in on the scoring act? Penalty! And Duncan, having just saved Spurs a goal, looks now as though he's given away the sixth by bringing down Highway. Phil Neal, who is a deadly customer from the spot, stepping up to see if he can make it six. Neal, it's to be then. And it's saved by Danes, and Dalglish can't meet the parry. But the referee is going to have it taken again. The referee has judged that Danes moved before the ball was struck. So it's to be Neal given a second chance. And Alan Kennedy turns his back on the incident and sneaks a look over his shoulder. Dane's now on his line, knows that he must keep still. Will Neal put it in the same place again? No, he doesn't. So that now is 6-0, and this is becoming a rout. Ray Kennedy to Dalglish. Johnson. And Johnson, a ball into acres of empty space for Highway. And Highway, a brilliant crossback. McDermott it was who finished it. And what a classic goal. Tottenham in remnants. Skill again from Kenny Dalglish. Watch how he takes this on his chest and goes round his man in the same movement. Willie Young totally flummoxed. Jennings just holding it. Neal to Thompson. Dermot. Neal. Neal now up towards Dalglish, who was hoping that O'Leary would miss it. He was disappointed. Neal to try again. Now towards Ray Kennedy, who's jumped well. Dalglish was in, but so too was O'Leary. Jennings accepts that O'Leary did the right thing there. There's a good jump here by Ray Kennedy. Gets up well, and in goes Dalglish, and O'Leary couldn't wait for Jennings. And Kennedy. Ray Kennedy up again looking for it, but it was Young who headed out, and it's another corner. This time, it's as though Case will take it. Hansen, Dalglish, he's turned, couldn't get the shot in, nor could Johnson. Jennings blocked it, and blocked it again from Case, and it's a corner. Three of them in succession had a go there, as the corner came over from Case. Hansen's is the header, Dalglish turns now, but can't get any weight behind the shot. Johnson's is blocked, so too is Case's. Over it comes again, this time to Souness. Neal, good left foot, beating the crossbar by about a foot. away by Rice. Neil, not read by Ray Kennedy. Rice allowed to run. Wasn't really taking him anywhere. Thompson waited and picked him off. Case is away here. Chance for the shot, and it's in! In the end, the most direct of approaches paid off. Case picking it up just outside the centre circle, past the challenge, into the space, and letting the shot go under Jennings. Souness with the free kick. And headed out for a corner by Stapleton, when really he had plenty of time to control that ball. So, an unexpected corner for Liverpool. Alan Kennedy. Crossing with the right foot onto Hansen's head, and Jennings making one of those saves which has so made him respected by the Liverpool cop. Alan Kennedy did very well here with the right foot, dropping this cross right on Hansen's head. The header is perfectly placed, and what a good save. Rice. Stapleton. Hansen steps in. Sunderland. Back to Talbot. Ricks. With Walford taking the left touchline. And Ricks goes round Case and tries the shot, and he tested Clements. It was a very good shot. Ricks finding a very good left foot there after he'd gone round Jimmy Case. Just time to look, measure the angle and distance, and it brought out a good save from Clements. O'Leary. Steve Walford. Case challenged by Ricks, but riding it. Now Neil, McDermott, Johnson to Souness, and just a touch, but Dalglish will score. In the end, Liverpool had too many men free, and Dalglish got the final touch. Case getting it inside to Neil, then McDermott, and Johnson, now Souness, and Jennings does very well here, but nobody to stop Dalglish. Alan Kennedy. Hansen. Thompson. Now McDermott. Case. Souness. Slipping Talbot. Could be number 3 here. McDermott gets it. Made by Souness, finished by McDermott. A goal of classic simplicity. Once Case had given the ball to Souness and he had slipped Talbot. Talbot came really the wrong side of him, and then Souness is able to cut it back wide of Jennings, and McDermott finishes it off.